What's up, guys? Working out otaku here. Excuse me. Day 45 of P90X. Pretty much the halfway point. Back in Biceps. And changing the way I do things, adapting and evolving the way I handle P90X. The P, I think, originally stands for power. For me, it's a big capital P for pause, or pausing, or taking breaks. I have noticed that by taking not too long, at least a couple of minutes, 1 or 2 minutes, if I'm getting near the end of the program, a little bit more fatigued, I'll take longer than 2 minutes for my breaks. But I had an amazing lift session between each exercise, except for I think the first 2 or 3 exercises, because I was fully energized, ready to go, just banging them out. And then I would take a break for a couple minutes and look at my numbers. I kind of broke my rules of, we're already not doing the add 1 rep. We're testing out, go up a notch on the dumbbells. So if an exercise was, I did 12 reps last week, just off the top of my head, and we did 17.5 pounds. We're not trying to do 13. We're not trying to do 14 or 15. We turned the weight up and said, let's try 20 pounds. And I was able to handle it, do the exercise, take a break for a couple of minutes. And I'm not standing around. I'm walking around the house. I'm, doing my very mild cardio, but walking around, not standing still, getting a drink of water, not staying still, keeping the heart rate, kind of going, not going to complete rest. And the results are amazing. So the point of all that ramble is, this is the last lift week for phase 2, and honestly, back in Biceps is the last difficult one. Friday's going to be legs and back, which honestly, because it carries over through phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 is the same for me. Friday exercise or third exercise, resistance of the week. I'm going to have to see how phase 3 plays out to determine what kind of exercise I'm going to do as far as using the P90X program, because it's not going to be really exercise, rest, and recovery, but it's going to be the muscle groups getting used in a different way, since it bounces between phase 1, phase 2, phase 1, phase 2, and then the last rest and recovery week, which phase 3 I refer to as hell month, because it pushes it. I'm still going to incorporate the big P, the pause between the exercises, so that way I can get the best pump out of it that I can. What I'm going to see, though, is doing phase 1 and then switching over to phase 2. When I switch back to phase 1 and still do my pauses, if the rise up is extreme, if I we're going to kick it up from, say the 17.5 pounds and we did 12 reps or whatever it is, and we kick it up to 20 and we're able to bang through and increase from 17.5 to, we were able to do 20, we probably could have done 22. And I'm not pushing it, I'm listening to the body. I'm noticing big changes, more energy to do these. And it's, we went from 17.5 and we could take it up to 22.5, or if we're at 25, we went to 30, etc., etc. So if that works out to where it's a bigger gain by having a break between, an extended break of, instead of doing phase 1, break, phase 1, phase 2 is what we're doing, I may incorporate that into the next round of P90X, where the P90X would be longer. So it would be phase 1, I do the exercises for phase 1 for the week, and then the second week I switch it over to a rest and recovery, incorporating cardio, the stretching, the core synergistics, and all that stuff, and then go back the next week and do phase 1 again. And I'm playing everything by ear. It's a time-consuming thing, not something that would be done in a couple of days or even a couple of weeks. It would take a couple of months. I could do that, or I could do a modified version of P90X where I bounce between phase 1 and phase 2. I do phase 1 for the first week, then do phase 2 for the second week, and then bounce back to phase 1 for the 3rd week, and then do phase 2 for the 4th week, and then do a rest and recovery week and see how that goes. And I literally could just do that. I could do 4 weeks of P90X, phase 1, phase 2, phase 1, phase 2, and then a rest and recovery week for the 5th week, and then do it again for, quote, phase 2, phase 1, phase 2, phase 1, phase 2, rest and recovery. They would extend the program and make it longer, but realistically, when I take breaks from P90X, I take at least the shortest one I took, I think, was like a week, which was a mistake for going from round 2 to round 3, which is why I'm not incorporating, judging my numbers for round 3 of P90X against what I currently do. Round 2 was like the peak when I was in my best health. I have to play it all by ear. So the information that I get from phase 3 of P90X is going to kind of give me a determination of what to do going forward, and possibly testing out. It's definitely going to be tested out of, phase 1, take a break, week, phase 1, take a break, week. And if it doesn't really have drastic changes allowing the muscles an extra week for recovery, then I would just do regular P90X again of phase 1, 1, 2, 3, and then while I'm doing that, the big P, the pause between the exercises to rest and recover, and then do it normal. But if there's a significant change by having a break week between, and that's the other thing, I'll be able to focus on cardio and weight loss and getting the weight down, because I do want to get the weight down. And by the way, the weight's at the halfway point, 205.2. I'd like it to be lighter, but honestly, I'm seeing veins coming up, and my arms are getting bigger. After the exercise, just the normal, I did an after jog, like my arms are rubbing against my sides, and I'm like, okay, it normally doesn't happen. So everything is being played by ear, listening to the body, and the numbers don't lie. It's going up. Taking the big P, the big break, pause between exercises is the way to go going forward. It's just a matter of, is an extra week going to make a bigger difference allowing full recovery, or is it honestly too much of a break? Because I don't want to break the cycle. I don't want to do a week on and then take 3 or 4 days off. I don't want to shift what days I do the exercises. It really works out keeping legs and back on Friday afternoon. Especially, I don't want to do legs and back on a Monday or a Sunday night before starting the work week. But that's pretty much it. It's a little bit of a longer video. We're at the halfway point. Liking where the numbers are going, like I said. Tomorrow, and I have backed off a little bit. I'll try and keep this short. I backed off a little bit with the steps the last couple of days. Yesterday for cardio, my body gave out. My legs got a little too sore, and I tapped out around 16,000 steps. I don't know if the watch registered it. It was like stuck at 15,997 for some reason. I don't know if it eventually went past that, but I definitely went a couple hundred steps past that today. But we did do yesterday 4,500 steps with a 30-pound vest. That's why we backed off, because the body started to get sore. It wasn't pain, but it was a soreness. I was like, deload. Did the rest of the steps with the 2 5-pound dumbbells, so light jogging, moderate speed walking, 10 pounds total added. And today we just did a little over 10,000 steps. We did about 2,500 after we finished back in biceps. And that's pretty much it. I'm done rambling. I probably should just put a chart up or something so you can just pause and look at it instead of me rambling. But that's pretty much it. It's working out otaku. If your day's not going great, I hope it gets better for you. If your day's going great, let it get even better. Take my advice and try it. I mean, it's out there. I've seen it because I'm talking about it. It pops up as a suggested thing on YouTube and Facebook. Taking the pauses and the breaks, work intense, and then give the body time to rest. See you guys next time.